Welcome back, football fans. In this one, I am going to show you a little trick that will save you so much time when it comes to finding high potential football games. In this one, we are going to be focusing on home victories. So in this video, we are going to be finding very, very strong home teams. Indeed, we're going to be leveraging the probability model on OddAlerts. And without further ado, guys, let's get into it. So this is the homepage on OddAlerts, and what you're going to want to do is click on this filter icon. I'm recording this on the 10th of January, so if you're watching this at the time it's gone out, well done. You can follow along with some of the actual games. If you're watching from the future, don't worry, because you can still use this, you can still follow along, and you'll get different games, but they will still be the very best home teams in the world for this weekend. So the first thing I'm doing here is clicking on the filter icon. It opens the quick filters, and then we go to probability, and this is leveraging the OddAlerts probability model. And you can see we've got home win, draw, away win, BTTS, quite a lot of markets here. Let me know in the comments what you want me to cover on the next video. For this one, we are looking at home wins, nice and simple, 65%, let's say, and we will hit search. And this will give us Friday's games in no particular order, incidentally. It's going to order it by time. So there is an order, but you'll see why I said that in a moment. So we can scroll down and we can just see that every game, yes, it is over 65%. Some of them are way over 65%, aren't they? And we can see the implied odds as well here. So 1.38 here, a game from Israel. And when we click back to the filter, we can then click on this little circle here, and this will sort the feed by the probability model. So we hit search this time, and then we see that there is a game from Bangladesh at top of the pile, 5th, hosting 9th, 1.07 implied odds. So what we can do, click on the fixture, take a quick look at the data. We can see that they are unbeaten at home. This away team has lost 67% of games away from home. The odds 1.04, so it's actually negative value, and it's not like they are demolishing teams at home, to be honest, but they're obviously a very good team, unbeaten as we saw, and it is a small sample size, so I imagine if we were to look at all competitions, we would see that they're just a pretty good team. And we can see that they don't lose many games at home at all. So that is how you just quickly look at the data as well. But yeah, now we have a list for Friday of all the strong home teams. And what you can then do, this is where it gets pretty interesting, especially if you're doing this on a Thursday or a Friday. You can click the calendar icon and then hit next 5 days. And what that will do is show you the next 5 days. It'll go away, look at your filter settings, which at the moment we only have one setting. We're going to add to this in a moment, and on this video as well we will put some predictions together using these games and see how they do in the next filter focus video. So in the comments, let me know what you think about this video and what filter you want me to make in the next one as well. So I'm hoping that people in the future can watch this just as much as people on Friday. That's my intention with these videos now, trying to make them a bit more evergreen, because when you focus specifically on certain days and stuff, they get lost in the YouTube algorithm. They don't last more than 1 or 2 days. So as we scroll, we see we've got Leeds against Harrogate Town. That is actually a bit of a derby, isn't it? Not far at all, Harrogate Town from Leeds United. And of course, Leeds doing pretty well this season. Liverpool against Accrington Stanley. Who are they? Exactly. And we've got Eredivisie games, Ajax as well. Now, what if you wanted to quickly see if there's any value bets in this list? Let me show you how you can do that. So we'll head back to the filter, and we're looking at 65% here, so that is 1.54 as implied odds. So what we will do is go to the odds tab, and we're going to just say, let's just go 1.6 to make it easy, and we'll hit save rule. Now we know that any game we see here is a value bet, and this is a very easy way to find value bets. It's not the only way though. Let me just show you something. This is the value bet section on OddAlerts, and thank you for all your support on the previous video. If you've missed it and you're interested in checking out value bets in 2025, I really suggest that you check it out. In this video, we put together a filter for away wins that made 120 units of profit in 120 days. That is fantastic, especially given the amount of games that came through. Not even 400 games across 120 days. Very, very manageable. Unlike some other systems, some other platforms that will send you 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 games for all different sports and bookmakers and all sorts. So if you're interested in value betting, you want to take it a bit further, this is the video for you to watch. Now back to the quick filters. So we've filtered for the odds. Now, all of these games that we're seeing across the weekend are value bets, and you can see we've got some games from Brazil on Saturday, a couple of games starting at 9. We've got a game on Friday as I'm recording this, a couple of games actually from Israel, and we've got the CAF Champions League, Orlando Pirates. We've got plenty of games to go in and check out. Birmingham City against Lincoln is a value bet, and of course Birmingham doing very well. And what are they to win? They are 1.62, and we can check the probability model. I'm just showing you how you can do this if you're new to OddAlerts or you're looking to, dig deeper into the games once you find them. The predictions tab will show you the probability model. Just click on this button here, and you can see that it is 66.7% rating. We were filtering for 65, weren't we? So I imagine this is a marginal value bet. It is 1.65, and the odds are 1.5. So if you wanted to then go in and check Birmingham's record recently, I can tell you it's pretty good. All competitions, they are unbeaten since the 23rd of November. At home, they have conceded 0 goals in the last 4 games. And they're scoring plenty of goals this season, aren't they? And for Lincoln, away from home, they have failed to score in the last couple of games. So 1.65 for Birmingham, who are pushing, first and second. They'll be first or second this year, Birmingham, in League One. There's no doubt about that. So for them to just have a little bit of a cup run, 1.65, you can quickly compare the odds as well on OddAlerts. So we can see 1.65 is actually the peak for Birmingham to get the job done here and progress into the next round. That looks good to me, and for some of you that like to play doubles, you can certainly see how that could be a pretty good option, a good base, a good foundation for a potential double this weekend as I record this. So that is what I will do. 1.65 is my first selection from this list. Now I will just keep looking through, and I hope that me just looking through the list, looking at some data points, explaining what I look for, helps you in your search for home victories as well. And as I said before, get yourself in the comments if you've got any suggestions, any stats you want to know more about, any markets that you want me to cover, and I will do that on the next video. So the next thing that I wanted to show you on this video is that you can add supporting rules. So let's say you've looked through a few of these games and you're trying to find another selection. You come across a home team that, yes, they're unbeaten at home in 7 games, but there's a few 0-0s. They've hardly scored more than once this season, that kind of thing. What you can do is add another rule, and previously we added a rule for probability and then we added one for odds. You can also click on the home team, and then you will get a very long list of data points that you can add, and it just shows you here the power of this tool, because you can combine any of these with any other stat for the away team, and as you'll see in a moment, you can also combine last X, which is last 5 games at home, last 5 games overall, and it just really does make it very, very powerful. So let's say you're actually going against the model a little bit and you want to go for BTTS. Just incidentally, what I was on about before, scored over 0.5 goals, over 1.5 goals. We can maybe say here, we want a home team that scored in 75% or more of their games. And I'm also just going to add another qualifying rule, because I saw a couple of games before where the teams had not played that many games. So let's say the teams have played 10 or more, and that includes Birmingham. Their FA Cup run is what it was counting. So scored in 75% of games, and both teams have played 10 games or more overall. Let's just hit search again and see how that differs. So we still get, we cancel a lot of games out with that straight away. So that is how you can just add settings very, very quickly and see the drastic impact of adding that data. So Vitesse, we were on about BTTS a moment ago, and that is something that I like to look at here. So the home win is expected here, 1.53 with the model. They've only won 20% of games, but I imagine VV Venlo, let's have a look at their form. 6-4 in the previous game. That is a nice fixture, isn't it? 6-4, 2-1, 2-2, 2-1, 3-0. Over 2.5 goals, looking decent at the moment for Vitesse. They've had some financial troubles, haven't they, in recent times. No clean sheet in the last 3 home games, but they have won the previous 2. Interestingly as well there is that all goals, 3 goals in the second half in both of those home games. That's what I would look out for. Home form not good for VV Venlo. Away form is a bit better, isn't it? But their overall form, just 2 wins since the end of September. So they're not favourites for this one. And in terms of the head-to-head, we've got Vitesse with an away win. We've got a draw. We've got Vitesse. Vitesse have not lost since 2021. And that would have been a COVID game, maybe, 2021 away from home. And Vitesse, of course, have been in and out of the top division, haven't they? As have VV Venlo, if I'm remembering that correctly. There's all sorts of tabs up here that you can check out as well. Timing data. We looked at the timing data there, didn't we? And you can see just 3 goals in the first half all season at home for Vitesse. That is pretty crazy. So one thing that stands out is just 1 clean sheet at home for Vitesse. So if we were looking at a game for BTTS, let's have a look at the odds. I imagine they're not great. 1.91, we know this is a value bet for the home win. We saw that before. What about BTTS? It is 1.62. So that's quite nice. Adding that with another 1.6-ish. I think it was 1.61 as well, wasn't it, Birmingham? So let's have a look at that, adding that to our double. So as we have added that, Birmingham City 1.61 and VVV Venlo away at Vitesse, yes, 1.61. We can then head back to our filter. Let me know what you think about this, by the way, if you are watching it on Friday. If you're watching from the future, let me know what you want to see next. What market should I cover? And we can just show the difference as well. So if we remove this, we can then hit search and we should get most of the games back. In fact, we don't, because it's probably this, isn't it? There's a lot of cup games being played as I record this, FA Cup games, stuff like that, around Europe this weekend. And this is how you quickly can find value bets using OddAlerts, using quick filters. And you don't even have to lean on the probability model. You can just search for any home statistic. You've got XG in here, you've got the amount of goals conceded. If you're looking for simply for goals, what you could also do is go to the probability model, over 2.5 goals, and you do the same sort of thing again. And then it's a bit better with goals because you want to guarantee certain things. Let's say I want an away team that has scored in 100% of games this season, and we'll just put this to, let's go 8 games for both teams, just showing you how quick it is and how easy it is to actually do this once you get the hang of it. So now you get games as well from England, from UAE, and you can imagine that all of these games are going to contain goals. We've got a game in play there from Brunei, and we know for sure now if we click on any of these games, we can just head to the stats straight away, and we can go to goals, and we can see that Adelaide, because we filtered for the away team, didn't we? They have scored in 100% of games. We know that. That is the power of quick filters. You don't have to second guess or do research again because you've already got those rules saved. And if you find a filter that you love, that you like the look of, you can actually just save it and then access it again quickly from your saved filters. So that is quick filters. That was how you can save so much time. It is a bit of a cheat code for betting, if I'm being honest. And as I said before, get your comments in because I want to know what market, what filter I should do in the next video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.